back in the days, me and my boy, we used to go give plasma, 2 times a week so we could have our partying money. And I see my girl, Authentic Epic Boom, is on here. Sometimes we used to party up there in Riverside, sometimes head up to Hollywood and hit Florentine Gardens. Go down to Tijuana, get our party on down there. And oddly enough, Camp Pendleton had a great E-Club on Camp Del Mar for anybody that's been there. Anyway, it's just a regular, man, these comments are coming fast. It was just a regular old Saturday. Maybe, yeah, it was a Saturday. Me and my boy, Robert, were like, let's go give our little plasma so we could have some money to party with tonight. And went ahead and gave our plasma. We were kind of contemplating, where we wanted to go that night. And we decided we were going to go down to Tijuana. Now, back in the days, Tijuana, I think it's changed since then, but Tijuana had like a strip called Revolution Boulevard. Clubs, it was about a mile long. Clubs like 2 floors high on each side of those, on each side of the street. And we used to hit up a couple places. So, we went, got our little tequila and everything. Let me see if I can call this full. Got our little tequila and our squirt soda. Headed down to the border, because we couldn't be buying all the cheap tequila down there. We had to buy some cheaper tequila over here. But bought our tequila, went down there, hit the border, drank up our tequila, chased it with some squirt. Took our cab over there to the strip. Got out. Uh-oh.
Hello?
What's up, Robert?
You know what to do?
Hey, man, I'm on YouTube Live talking about that night in Tijuana, brother. Well, there were plenty of nights, but the night that you got handcuffed and we got in that big old fight and everything. Yeah, so...
Yeah, that's the one that stands out more than any other night. Right?
So, check this out. So, we're rolling kind of deep. You can't just go down to Tijuana rolling too deep because you got a bunch of drunk college students, a bunch of Mexicans that are pissed off that you're down there to some degree, a bunch of military people. So, you had to kind of roll, pretty deep on that. Let me see if I could change my scenery a little bit. So, you had to roll kind of deep when you went down there. And, I think it was about 5 of us down there. And my boy I'm on the phone with now, and another dude went to go take a piss in this alley. And cop came out. What'd the cop tell you? What was he going to do?
Well, there was actually a bathroom in the alley, believe it or not. Because, there was like one of the restaurants there or whatever. And the bathroom was outside. There was a toilet and a sink in there. So, as we come out of there, then there was a cop out there. And he started...
It's not rotating.
Huh?
Now, I was just telling people, for some reason, it's not allowing this phone to rotate.
Oh, and so when we come out, the cop's out there and stuff, and then he starts talking, and I'm like, what the heck, So Wade, the guy that was with me, he's like, man, just punch me, let's run. I'm like, man, I'm not punching the cop. So then the cop starts asking for money. I'm like, man, I'm not giving him any money. So then Wade's like, well, let's just run. So when we go to take off, he runs because he had sneakers on. I had shoes on, so I quit. And I just stop and stand up, and they arrest me. Well, they put the cuffs on me and throw me in the back.
All right, I'll pick up the story from here. So, cop throws him in the back of his police car. Hope you guys could see this. But cop throws him in the police car and runs after the other guy that got away. Meanwhile, while they're chasing him, this guy is, pretty lean. He's like a skinny little feller back then. He slipped the handcuffs under his legs. And next thing we know, we see him running down the street with handcuffs on. Then we don't see him for about 30 minutes. So, all of us back then, we're just like, forget it. We'll just go to the club. He'll figure it out. So we go to the club, we're partying. Next thing you know, he comes in and he got somebody to get the handcuffs off. Who got them handcuffs off you anyway?
No, they didn't take them off.
They broke the chain. That's what I meant.
Yeah, they They broke the chain on the cuff. Yeah, the guy in some little, the garages down there like all day and all night or whatever. So he took a pipe and a hammer or a hammer and a chisel rather and broke the link on the chain there and stuff. And I was able to flip the cuffs up my wrist as far as I could and pull my sweater and coat down over the top of it to come to the club. And I didn't have any cash on me because I gave that to the guy to break the cuffs. And that's when I had to get some cash for you guys to come pay my way up in the door, whatever, to get in there and stuff. Hey,
so it's about to get.
All I forgot to do, we got ready to leave.
Yeah, so it's about to get good. So we go finish clubbing the rest of the night. He's got his little handcuffs on, everything like that. And then we leave. So we're going to go, drive back to base or, whatever you're going to do. And there's, some people in this parking lot, and they look like they're about to get in a fight. But they were kind of friends. So, they're just like, get away from us. You don't need to be hanging out watching this or whatever. So we start leaving, it sounds like they're rallying around each other. So, we start walking away. Hold on, let me fix this damn camera. Let me fix this camera. All right, so, man, I don't know if this is any better, but, so anyway, they start rallying around each other, so we go ahead and leave, or start walking away. Next thing you know, they start fighting again, so we go back over there, and then they start, talking shit, for lack of a better word, to us. So, it was me, this guy I'm on the phone with, and this real, and I'm just saying his race so you can kind of put things in perspective, but a real tiny white dude, probably about 140 pounds, but he was a wrestler back in the days. And I said, Wade, go talk some shit to these people. So, this guy's like talking smack, and then I could see this guy's about to hit him. And this is back when, I used to be, getting my weight training on and stuff like that. I was pretty buff back in those days, and I hit this dude, and he fell straight back. And it was about 5 of them, maybe 6, and it was 3 of us. So it was like 4 girls, or 2 girls and 4 guys, and then us 3. So anyway, the fight is on. And next thing I know, these girls got my boy on the ground, kicking him in the ribs. Is that what happened?
Well, no, that's not how that happened.
Oh, okay.
I had one of the dudes on the ground, and as I was on top of him, that's when the girls come over there and started kicking on me.
Anyway, so the funniness hasn't even began yet. I mean, so the fight goes on, fight's over with. Actually, I think somebody blindsided me. I think I got hit, and then I got knocked out for a second, and then I think when I hit the ground, I popped back up and, got back busy again. But one thing I'm wondering is how come I was always the designated fighter when all this stuff happened down there? Anyway, that's another story. Like the time I punched that dude so much I got tired. But anyway. So anyway, still has his handcuffs on him, right? So go back to base. Now I'm not with them at this point, but they're trying to get these handcuffs on him. Trying to drill. What happened when they were trying to drill the handcuffs off of you?
Man, if anybody's ever had peerless handcuffs put on, I'm talking law enforcement handcuffs, not the ones you buy in the novelty store for keep the sex thing, but the real law enforcement handcuffs, you are not going to drill anything out. So the only thing that drilling that lock accomplished were those cuffs eating up and my wrist getting burned. That's what happened with that thing. So, and plus in the fight, when I grabbed that dude and he fell backwards, those cuffs tightened up on my wrist so they didn't double lock. So that was a little bit uncomfortable there, and so when we got there, the cuffs couldn't come off and everything, and we ended up going out to the police department in Oceanside, and I'm standing, Pastejo went out there with me, and Pastejo is a short back Mexican. So he goes out there, and we're standing inside the police station. I'm standing there with handcuffs on, but I got my sleeves pulled down over the top. So Pastel is explaining the situation to the officer at the counter there, saying, you know, a friend of mine, you know, whatever, you know, he puts it in a hypothetical situation where the cop goes, well, we can't do anything until we see the guy. And he's like, well, you know, he doesn't want to come in for fear of this. So the cop's like, well, you know, don't worry about that. And so they leave. I guess they go check the cameras over the parking lot or whatever. Come back about a couple of minutes later, and the lady is like, well, you know, we still need to see a guy and everything. So I just, you know, locked my cuffs down on the counter. And she goes, really? So, but anyway. So they're like, well, they saw, they said they can't do anything because I was, you know, Marine. So I go on base to the fire department. And that's when the fire department cuts them off. And you know, and plus because they were really tight on my wrist, so they're thinking about nerve damage because you know the lack of blood circulation or whatever, or the restriction of it rather. Well, anyway, they see the cuffs have CHP stamped on them, California Highway Patrol. So of course, you know, MPs get involved in it, military police, and you know, CID, Central Intelligence. You know, everybody gets involved in it. They call me back down there to the police station on base. And I'm like, God, man. So finally, they keep asking me all these questions and stuff. I explain the situation to them entirely. And I'm like, well, what are y'all going to do? Y'all going to, you know, and so what they were doing, they were trying to find out whether that was true about these cuffs, you know, being in Mexico. And what happened was,
you don't got to get in the whole story about how the cuffs got down to Mexico. But
anyway, so they were waiting to try to find the cop whose serial number was on. He tells them, hey, I was off duty last night, so those cuffs were, you know, resold or whatever. So that's when they let me go, and I'm like, well, you guys want to send me back down? They go, no, they didn't keep it, so oh well. So anyway, that was that.
Yeah, me and this dude right here, boy, I'm going to tell you, we used to get in like, I look back on it, it was almost like adventures and stuff back in the days. I mean, what about, man, me and this fool, we should have got demoted. I don't know how many different times. We got in a fight at an E club one time.
Oh, man. Dude, hold on.
Just full of piss and vinegar back in them young days.
For anyone who's listening to this or just only know of Loud through social media and not the person from 30 years ago, you have you are looking at an older Loud now, probably a lot calmer. But back in the day, we got in a fight in the E Club on base with this dude. And between three of us, this dude is like bouncing around like a pinball in a game. Well, actually, it was between Lyle and this other cat. But I was on the tail end of that fight there, but I was the one that ended up standing up, and the guy grabbed me, and they're like, well, you know, whatever. But anyway, yeah, Lyle, no. Lyle was the one, yeah. He was the one to where you wanted to go out with him because you knew you weren't going to get into trouble, or at least you knew somebody was going to be there to have your back, but you also knew that, hey, trouble is going to be low. Just be prepared for it. But it was yeah. There were a lot of times where our military career could have ended a lot differently, I believe, we had been in any other unit.
Man, I think we might have got into some scraps over in Korea now that I think about it. Anyway, good thing that old age has kind of mellowed me out because back then, I'm already still kind of a little, high strung a little bit, but back then, boy, it was no joking around about any of this stuff.
But he's not going to tell it. One night coming out of Mexico, he touched on it already. He got a fight with a kid back across the border from the U.S.
Man, you're breaking up. Were you there that night? You talking about... Anyway, I don't know if you're still there now. Anyway, there have been some people that were, I touched on it. He just dropped off. I touched on it a while back, but there was... I think I mentioned something about a story back a while ago, and I had a couple people that said, they'd be interested in hearing some of those stories, and, I just figured that would be one of those stories to kind of talk about since, kind of lets you know that I'm not just all about cooking and taking good care of my kids and stuff like that, that I was wilding out back in the days. I guess everybody has to go through that young stuff, but anyway. I wish I could see these comments, but the sun is like hitting this thing. And for some reason, my phone is not changing. Anyway, on to some other stuff. I will be doing this giveaway. I will be having this giveaway coming pretty soon. Just haven't had a chance to film that yet. I'm going to be having this company send out a few of those little grill things to a couple people and kind of have a little competition on that. Then I'm thinking about possibly sending out like a 3 spice pack thing to somebody, to a few different channels and doing almost like a chopped thing. Anyway, let me see if I could, take a look at my view back here right quick. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is finally getting a little warm out here in Colorado. But I see OG Ricky, man. I used to be partying heavily down in your neck of the woods back in the back in the late 80s, early 90s, man. But man, I wish I could read these comments. I did see my boy, the Grown Folks channel, pop up on here right quick, and I'm gonna tell you, there's some channels that I'll watch during the day when I gotta pay attention to some stuff and actually watch what's going on. Then there's a few of these different channels that I'll watch like later on, at night. I'll throw my headphones in and then just play them. And my boy OG Ricky, the Grown Folks channel, man, he is hilarious. He is one of those channels that I'll definitely do that on. And you know what? Some other stuff that you might not know that I dig with or get with is some other stuff that I'll be checking at night when I go to bed, just to throw some stuff in my ear. Is I like listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about the universe, stuff like that. So I'm pretty diverse as far as that goes. Musically, I'll rock with everything from gangster rap to classical. Like a little bit of that hair metal stuff, as well as some of that grunge music from the early 90s. I don't know how we got onto that, but damn, I can't read these comments. Anyway, just figured I'd pop on here right quick, tell everybody what's up, and get on with my day. But me and this dude, anyway, hey, the guy I'm on the phone with is an over-the-road trucker. He's been trucking since about 1990, probably 1991, since we got out of the Marines. So he's been doing that for a while, and he got me kind of interested. He doesn't watch any of these YouTube trucking channels, but just knowing that's what he does for a living kind of got me kind of watching some of those channels. So that wasn't even my damn point. I don't remember what my point was, but that's how I got turned on to the Grown Folks channel. Anyway, damn, what was my point? Anyway, we could go on and on about some of the stories back in those days. I mean, whether it was stuff we got into in Japan, Korea, Compton, Long Beach, on base, off base. We used to just like, we just didn't give two F's, if you know what I mean. And you know what I want to say, but I could have kids watching this stuff because, I'm a family-friendly channel. And the odd thing about it is, if you were to come over to my house, I cuss like, it's a sport. I'll use a cuss word in place of a regular old English word any day of the week, if you know what I mean. Anyway, got this prime rib thawing out. I'm thinking about hooking that up. Probably knock that out sometime. About 6 hours from now. I don't know if I'm going to throw that on the grill, if I'm going to rock that in the oven. Any suggestions on that, if I could read them? Oh, man. if he was able to tell you about the stories we got into in Long Beach and Compton back in the days, those stories are equally as funny. But the funny thing about it was we weren't even trying to go to Long Beach or Compton. We didn't know anything about Long Beach or Compton. We just got dropped off in Long Beach and Compton, and we got dropped off wearing bright red ass clothing in the middle of Long Beach and Compton. So needless to say, it was a little adventurous. Weber. You know what? I might do that. You know what? While we're talking about grills, I'm thinking about consolidating down. You know, let's go for a walk right quick. You know, I got all these grills, right? Grills and smokers. Let's go take a look. So, you know, I got my kettle grill. You know, I got my Masterbuilt electric smoker. Got this Camp Chef. Thinking about consolidating down. You know, got this Traeger. Let's go downstairs. Now, this is why I don't use my offset smoker too much, is every time I need to come down here and check on some stuff, I got to walk down all these damn steps. And half the time I got food, something like that. So I just got done with the big cook, and I did rock out on, my pit barrel cooker with that, because I had to cook about, there's that right there. Had to rock out with about 8 racks of ribs, but this is my baby right here. If I could only have one smoker. I don't know if I'm rotating this enough or not. This right here. Anyway, I'm thinking about, and then my Weber Smoky Mountain is up here, but I'm thinking about getting rid of my pit barrel cooker and my Weber Smoky Mountain. Getting a 26-inch kettle. And, just kind of consolidating it down just a little bit, so I'm not trying to get in some better light. Just trying to consolidate it down so my backyard and deck doesn't look like this is Sanford and Son mode. Yeah, I don't want to be falling. Trust me on that. Anyway, so thinking about consolidating that down a little bit. I was thinking about it yesterday when I was doing those ribs, and the problem is each one of these smokers is so good at different things that, even the Masterbuilt, I don't really like that smoker. I think it's too specific. I don't like cooking like ribs or brisket or any of that kind of stuff on it. So a lot of times I'll either just use that as like a holding, just something to hold food, just to keep it warm, or I'll, smoke like fish or something delicate like that in there, because to me the flavor just isn't all that great on brisket or something like that. So, but I don't want to get rid of that because I think it's great for fish. The pit barrel cooker is good if I'm going to be cooking a whole bunch of stuff. But it's not, I could possibly do without that. This Weber Smoky Mountain right here, that's good, but you know what? Sometimes that water pan and everything like that, if Weber wants to make a bunch of money, you know what they do? Come up with some foil liners or something like that to help this water pan situation out. Anyway, let me take my ass back up all these steps again. I wish I could see these comments. I could barely read them. First of all, because my device isn't rotating with this, and so I'm not able to. Actually, that's better here. But the funny story, not the funny story, but the thing about this, watching these trucking channels and stuff like that, is, I've done all right buying and selling, renting, real estate and stuff like that, so I don't need to be making a whole lot of money or anything. And not that truckers don't make a lot of money, but I was just almost thinking, man, just get out on that road for just a couple years just to get in some more adventures. My boy's not, I don't think he's over the road trucking anymore. I think he has a dedicated route. He owns his own truck, trailer, all that. But sometimes that trucker lifestyle seems like it's a little bit of fun. I know there is stress in that job, but there's a whole lot of stress in my job. So sometimes not having to go to sleep worrying about what the hell is going on with somebody's loan, or you know, if somebody's gonna be able to buy the house or not is a little bit much. I can't read these comments, man. I am a Russian sellout. I did read that comment. And check this out. I might as well say it here. If you're a troll on this, whether it's on this video or it's on any of my videos, trust me, I welcome that stuff. And I do not leave any comment unanswered, because I will come at you in that comment section. So, troll along. I probably won't be able to reply to your comment after this video's over with. I don't know who has a wrench. I don't even know how to do all that stuff. I don't know. Anyway, just wanted to come on here right quick and say what's up. And that's about it, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. But hey, check this out. Do stay tuned. Within the next 4 or 5 days, I will be having that giveaway video put up. Like I said, I'm not sure what the giveaway is gonna be. I'm gonna tailor that towards who actually wins it. So if you win it and you got a bunch of smokers and you don't, I mean, I don't know, you know, I don't think I'm gonna be sending out a smoker that's in that price range, but I'm gonna basically figure out what you might like and then put together a package for you, or just send you out something like that. And you know what, if I feel like the money is gonna help you out more than the gift would, I'll send some money, and that would be on a very limited basis right there. I just know a few of my subscribers are having more issues with money than they are cooking equipment or anything like that. So a few of those people that I knew are in those situations, I will just go ahead and send the cash value of the prize rather than just the prize. Anyway, I'm hoping all you guys are having a good Saturday. I'm about to shut this down and come in here and make sure my boy is handling his business as far as cleaning this kitchen goes, and get on with the rest of my cooks. As a matter of fact, I don't know if Alicia's on here from Best Bites Forever, but I will be doing our little collaboration video. This one's definitely outside my box, so I kind of, you know, I'm not a procrastinator, but I definitely procrastinated on that. Anyway, want to thank all you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out. If I can figure out how to get out.